summarise EIOPA's approach to its advice, it is to embrace the future but protect the legacy. There is a pensions gap in the EU. Only 1 in 4 of EU citizens aged between 15 and 64 have an occupational pension. Many EU citizens are therefore at risk of having inadequate income in their old age. There are significant changes in the pensions landscape in the EU. In particular, the shift from defined benefit pensions to defined contribution. In the near future, 64% of EU citizens who are members of occupational pensions will belong to defined contribution pensions, and that will be something like 79% of the assets. This has profound implications for the nature and distribution of the risks. Many more risks will fall on the individual in defined contribution pensions. This in turn has consequences for them as individuals and also for those who run IORPs. The EU faces the challenge of an ageing population. In 2019, there were 3 pensioners for every 10 people of working age. By 2070, there will be 6 pensioners for every 10 people of working age. Who is going to pay for their pensions? In relation to climate change, pensions are by definition the ultimate long-term product. Pension schemes have to think about climate risks in the investments that they make. In relation to protecting the legacy, some EU member states are still largely defined benefit pension countries. It's important that those defined benefit pensions are protected in relation to their solvency and liquidity. Let me highlight 3 areas. We're asked to look at the shift from defined benefit to defined contribution and whether the regulatory framework in IORP II needs to be updated. We're asked to look at sustainability aspects and to reflect on whether climate risk needs to be further reflected in the IORP II Directive. And finally, we're asked to look at cross-border pensions. There are only 31 cross-border schemes in the EU. This suggests that the cross-border framework has not worked as intended. We can bring it up to date, but we can't possibly future-proof it. When I joined EIOPA in 2011, we worked on the review of the IORP Directive. At that time, no one was thinking about sustainability or diversity and inclusion as issues to be included in a prudential directive. Now they're going to be in our advice. Embrace the future, protect the legacy is always going to be an approach to the review of these directives.